Andre Wade was just released once again to come and talk about some things that done took place in the last few days. For my last video, I told y'all I was going my way to the hospital. I just got out the hospital tonight, and it's once again release. You understand what I'm saying? Release from the hospital, and goes along with what I'm talking about today. That day when I went to the hospital, I wanted to tell y'all a story. I wanted to tell you some things that took place inside the institution, but in the process, my mother's friend came over there with her son, and we got to talking, and she told me her son, one of her sons that's in prison, and he just had a set-off, and he had multiple set-offs. He done did everything that's required for him. He's a guy that he go to church, and he do all the good things. He done got all the certificates you can get, but yet they constantly setting him off. So I told her, I was talking to her, and I was telling her what I wanted her to tell him the next time she go see him, because she always go see him on a regular. And one of the things I told her to tell him is that this is the time. This is the time right here. This is the time he have to stand on faith of the God that he's praying to. And I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to everyone that's watching this show. These are the times that comes in our life where we have to trust too. Because faith is what it's about. See, it's so many men that's incarcerated that get set-offs. And let's say you have everything that's required to make parole. That's required by their law. But they set you off. And they might set you off for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. And you already done got 9. You done already got 6. Do you know what state of mind that place or inmate in? Can you imagine the state of mind that that inmate is in when he done did everything that the book says, he done did everything the classifications done said to stay out of trouble? And every time when we go in front of these people with what's required to make parole, they set us off. This is what they do. But this is what we have to tell our loved ones that's inside. This is where they got to trust their God. This is where they have to sacrifice anything that they was doing before this set-off. You have to trust that God is going to give you freedom. Yeah, it might not be a parole lawyer. So many of them is running there getting parole lawyers and still not making parole. These people don't care. They don't go by their law. And this is what have to be said. If you meet the criteria to make parole, then you should make it. Because that's what they law say. That's what they law say. But they want to constantly hold us up in these pens, house us like some animals, treating us like something that don't need to be treated in any kind of way. This is where we have to speak out. When your children is coming up for parole, you have to speak out. You have to say something. We say we just write letters, we write letters. Well, you continue to write letters. But before you send it, before you seal it, pray on it. Pray on it to the God that you trust for your child. Because freedom is going to come to these men. But they have to know that if they constantly get set-offs, and it's a year, or if it's 2 years or whatever, you have to still continue to walk that 1 year walk without getting in trouble. Because if you get in trouble anywhere between those 12 months, we give them a reason to set us off. So this is where we have to stand on faith and know that our God is going to one day be in the classification with them, and he's going to make a decision for them. They don't even know it. But these are the things that we share with our loved ones as we right here. And we can say something. If you can say something, write it. If you can't go, write it. You can call me and tell me about it and give me their number and I'll write them. I will. My number, 713-413-9379. You can call me and I'll pray with you and everything. This is just released. Andre Wade.